brand new SmackDown Women's Champion is here to address the WWE Universe after her shocking return and victory at Elimination Chamber.
So, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I've been medically cleared! Surprise! You know, I thought I had closed the books on my WWE career. But being around here lately reignited a light I thought had gone out. As I got involved, coming back into WWE, first with my podcast, and then as a manager, I started to wonder. Edge, Lita got second acts. Why not Justine? The more I gave, the more I realized, you need me. You need me because you deserve to see me finally reap the rewards of the path I trailblazed, to fulfill the promises that I wasn't able to keep when my career got cut short, to—
What the hell?
I was wondering when you would show up. Figured you would, given how much you like to ride my coattails.
What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me you were cleared? And why haven't you called me back?
Would you have paid attention if I had? After the way you laughed at me when I suggested we team up for the Money in the Bank tag team match? After you never thought to ask me how I was doing whenever I mentioned my doctor's appointments? I'm beginning to think I should have set up those lighting rigs to fall over on you instead.
You didn't.
Why wouldn't I? Because I'm an old, washed-up, past-her-prime legend? Girlie, you best not insult me, because I taught you everything you know. LJ. Too bad you don't have the goods to back it up. I gotta admit, I was touched when you decided to wear a version of my gear for your debut. But it was probably at that moment when I started to realize that you don't have what it takes to finish what I started. That I'd have to do that myself.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, LJ? You followed me around like a shadow your entire life, and you don't understand. When you decided not to use the chair in your main event match with Ava, did you think you could get ahead by following the rules? Cute. That's not how it works. I would never have made that mistake. Because I've always known exactly what I want. What I needed to do. In a world that was 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal for me. I tried to push you. But you wouldn't even take advice from me, a WWE legend. Decided to stay loyal and help your leech of a friend Ava instead. You know the difference between you and me, LJ? I've never been content walking in someone else's path. And I never had the luxury. I've always had to make my own.
My head is spinning here. Justine's not only back, but she's put a target on her niece?
Justine's certainly drawn a line in the sand here tonight.
How do you even respond to a betrayal like that? From a member of your own family?
I think we're about to find out. And I have a feeling that whatever she has to say, it could have some big ramifications for the WWE Universe.
You know what I find curious, Auntie? That for someone who's so adamant about creating her own path, you're pretty consistent in bringing up the past and what you've already done. Boo-hoo, I'm Justine. It was so hard for me. I don't doubt it. But I also don't see any other WWE legends standing in the ring right now telling a sob story about unfinished business. Maybe that's because they accomplished what they set out to do. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? if you failed because you were so mistreated, put upon, and unlucky with an injury, or if you failed because you just don't have what it takes.
You shut your mouth.
Nah, I'm done listening to what you have to say. And I'm done asking for your advice. The only thing I'm asking for, the only thing I'm demanding is to set the record straight. You think you're so powerful that the only thing that stopped you back in your day were forces beyond your control? Some sort of big bad that had it out for you? Then I'm going to tear apart your past and prove that it wasn't them, whoever you think of them is. It was you, Justine. Weak, powerless, a lot of talk and no action. And then I'm going to tear you apart. And at WrestleMania, take the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Did we just see a WrestleMania match being made?
I think we did, Saxton, and I got to admit, it's not a matchup I thought we'd ever get on the grandest stage of them all, and I also don't think we've ever seen a statement that powerful from this superstar.
I've got to agree, Corey, and if Justine's going to have her past torn apart in any way, well, let's just say there's a lot to unravel there.
Of course, it's obvious to anyone with a brain that my niece's efforts to undermine me, to undermine my legacy, are really the attempts of a weak, scared little girl.
I just want to talk.
Seems that we have an unexpected guest today. You may know her from her recent humbling loss to me at Elimination Chamber. My niece, or as she always asked to be called growing up, Little Justine. So, LJ, I've got to ask, how does it feel to be nurtured by the best in the business and still be such a letdown?
You know, you were the best in the business, Aunt Justine.
I'm sure you didn't make the trip here to tell me what I already know.
But isn't that what you said you want? For someone to give you your due? See, after the initial shock of seeing you at Elimination Chamber, I've had some more time to think. And you're right. You were never given proper credit for what you did and what you accomplished.
So you did join me to make my own point.
What's that you said on SmackDown? About having to survive a world 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal? In the moment, I think I would have said you were making excuses. But now I know you're exactly right. You did work harder to get less. You should have been the main event week after week when you were in WWE. Sure, they threw praise on your name after you retired when management decided they needed to add another woman to the Hall of Fame. Or now when they want to get a Legends ratings bump. Fans buy into that nostalgia but forget what it was really like for you. How they treated you when you were on the roster.
What do you know about it? You don't understand.
But that's just it. I do understand. You've been teaching me since my first day in WWE. And you know what I finally really get? Everything that you've complained about, that you're mad at, for all that you blame management or other things beyond your control. It's always been me who's been your real target. Because I'll never know the limitations that you did. I will get to push myself in ways you never could, have opportunities that you never would have been given, and see how far I can really go. And you? Justine, you're a legend. The best of her time. Maybe could have been the best of all time if you had a level playing field. But the fact that you'll never know and I will, that's what you'll never forgive me for. And that's what's going to allow me to replace your legacy with my own.
You ungrateful
You're
piece
a
of...
selfish, self-centered, only thinks for herself.
Because I'm the only one I could ever count on.
Looks like we have something in common then, because I certainly couldn't count on you.
You don't deserve your talent. It should have been me.
But it's not you, Justine. It's not you.
It'll be me at WrestleMania. I've still got it.
Sure, you've got what's left. Enjoy it while it lasts. But me? I'm just getting started.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Here she is, making her WrestleMania debut.
To basically grow up in WWE, then to appear at WrestleMania against your aunt who brought you in? You couldn't write a better story.
This isn't just a match, it's a therapy session with suplexes, submissions, and strikes.
Justine is back on the grandest stage of them all.
This certainly isn't the first time she's been on the big stage, but for Justine, this WrestleMania will be like no other as she squares off against her own niece.
You might worry that Justine might hold back at some point as maternal or protective instincts or whatever take over, but I'm fairly confident she doesn't have any of those, so this is going to be fun.
Introducing the challenger from Jacksonville, Florida, the Savage Catherine LJ Tiger. And her opponent, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Justine.
And there's something special in the air these days when the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
It doesn't get any bigger than the grandest stage of them all, and it doesn't get any more heart-wrenching than a battle between beloved relatives turned bitter rivals.
And that's exactly what we've got at WrestleMania. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, every generational grudge match has led to this.
It goes back a lot further than that, Saxton. A lifetime of idolizing her legendary aunt culminates here in this explosive showdown.
Oh, can't lift anyone at that shoulder. It keeps getting worked on.
She's able to get out of the way. Placed into the
go. Start the count.
Any more punches and Saxton's going to have to take his shoes off the count.
What grace! Float over to the DDT! The champ trying to roll with these hits. Uh-oh.
Angle belly-to-back suplex.
Stop in the leg! Just nasty. Justine has the momentum against her here.
Yeah, Justine needs to find that spark to turn things around.
What incredible power! Shoulders down now. Is it enough to retain the championship? She overcomes the pinfall attempt.
She shows that she's far from finished.
Big forearm.
Oh, that backfired on her.
Connecting with a sharp elbow.
Ooh, fought back with an elbow right to the jaw.
Oh, a flurry of strikes.
Look at this, just unloading. And a stomp to the gut, too.
Able to get the advantage here.
Ooh, what a forearm club.
Oh, European uppercut. Some hard offense landing on the champ.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around.
And she's stunned in the corner. Neck breaker. Oh, new champ. And a shoulder in the air.
Impressive to not even allow a 2 count at this juncture.
Justine got out of dodge.
Back and forth from these competitors.
Oh, and Justine turns the tables.
Rolling elbow finds its mark. Ouch. That's a few times now she's taken a hit up in that region. Every maneuver being returned with counter fire.
German suplexes.
All right, she's back in, ready to go.
She wants to finish this.
Blockbuster! We could have a new champion. The cover.
Kick out, kick out. The champion stays alive.
I knew it would take more than that to put the champ away.
But just how much more is needed? The end could still be right around the corner.
Confidence must be waning as she hits the opposition hard, but still can't get the fall.
Quick exchange of counters there.
Justine is getting dominated.
I think Justine needs to reformulate a strategy.
And the brunt of these attacks are focused above the shoulder.
It's a very effective and vulnerable spot to target. A stalemate of counters.
Targeting the stomach to reverse that maneuver. The challenger's looking shaken.
Now trampling the opposition.
Oh, she fights Justine back.
Rapid shots right to the gut. Oh, my God.
The champion into the cover. She breaks the ref's count.
She is still in this fight.
You can see her struggling to find her bearings.
Big miss right there.
Uh-oh, this is not going to end well. Nice suplex.
Oh, look at this. Out to the apron.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Suplex.
Spine crushing.
And now she delivers her back into the ring. Oh, look at this. German suplex. And not done yet. Another German. And continuing to punish their opponent with a German.
She She's got her in her sights. She's going to try it again.
Buster, the title might change hands.
The cover! Would you have thought it possible with the way the superstar debuted that she'd be standing tall with the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania?
I'd have called it possible, but unlikely, Cole.
What a match. And there's no question whose moment this is. Whatever and whoever may have defined this superstar in the past, she's now cemented her own legacy within WWE.
We could be seeing this image at WrestleMania for years to come.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm not sure.
Can Justine be trusted here?
I don't believe it.
It seems that even Justine's small heart grew 3 sizes today.
If these two can get over the differences after the rivalry they've had, then anyone can do it.
Look out!
What the hell? The new champion was just ambushed from behind.
It may be the end of this rivalry, but this champion's story in WWE is just getting started.
Here's your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, the Savage, Catherine L.J. Tiger.